It's two guys of Minnesota sports flowing in their veins. Mackey and Judd on Score North and ScoreNorth.com.
It's the OG edition of Write That Down here on the OG Score North podcast, Mackey and Judd, where we make predictions. We have a database of statistics going back like a decade, and the season only has about 2 months left before we crown another batting champion. So we'll get to the accountability session. We'll make our predictions here in just a moment after we shout out MSP Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Judd.
Yes, and you know what, folks? It is winter time. It is cold outside. I don't care what the calendar says. It's winter, and that means it is time to get in touch with my friends at MSP Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Why? Because what you have the inefficiencies problem. Barney, are you okay? That was Barney. That was not me. Anyway, the inefficiencies that can take place in your home when your HVAC is not working well is a real problem. You know what? With the cold outside, things break down, and then it gets really expensive. Having your furnace or boiler fail can quickly become a safety hazard with a risk of frozen or burst pipes, and now we're talking thousands of dollars. Make the move first to call MSP because they're also your local Carrier dealer, and that is, with Carrier, a winning combination. Get ahead of the game, 651-615-4292, or check out their website, calmsp.com. Call MSP.com and make sure that your HVAC is working like it should be.
The Timberwolves last night, their HVAC system wasn't working until about halfway through the fourth quarter, and then Anthony Edwards decided, we aren't losing. They're playing twice this week in New Orleans, so they're just in New Orleans all week.
Hanging out.
Tomorrow night now, right?
Yeah, the Tuesday and Thursday action.
Yep.
So he's like, we're not. I don't think we're gonna lose this game. I think I'm just gonna will us back to victory against a Zion-less Pelicans team again.
Insane.
Dude, what
it's over.
Unreal.
It's got to be over with him. I mean, you cannot keep doing this.
But it's like, does he magically stay healthier or more interested in playing through a little bit of pain with a different team, or is this always going to be who he is?
Oh. It feels like this is who he is, because I mean, he's been on Pelicans teams that are good.
Yeah. Oh God. Like he had the hamstring thing when they were in the play-in, right?
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Exactly.
So, well, here's how Write That Down works. 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable. We keep track of batting averages and home runs. And if you want to be like Ken and be a guest listener predictor, you can send Declan a message through the Score North app, and we'll get you scheduled for sometime in the coming weeks. Let's start with Judd's accountability here.
All right.
Not terrible. We'll start with the bad. You said the Wild would beat the Avalanche last weekend in regulation.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's an unfortunate beat. But it's what I said. I made it very clear. Because I do not acknowledge the shootout. It's against my religion.
Well, they've had a lot of shootout wins, right? They had 2 last week.
Still against my religion. No, they lost to Buffalo.
Oh, but didn't they have a shootout win who'd they play before Colorado? I thought they had a shootout win there too.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Yeah. No, that was the Avalanche, but yeah, I forget who the other one was.
But I think after their win last night, I think they're one of the top 3 points teams in the league, like in the entire NHL.
Well, they're in 3rd place in their division, but it's very possible that
are all those okay?
Because Colorado, the Avs won again last night. The Avs were like 9 points clear of the Wild, which is just mind-boggling with how well the Wild's played for over a month now.
You said Byron Buxton would win Gold Glove in center field and a Silver Slugger. He got snubbed on the. Did he win a Silver Slugger? I know he got snubbed on the GG.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I think he probably should have won both, but.
Who won Gold Glove in center?
Was it
okay,
Varsho?
never mind. Bad question.
Well, it's just 3. They have 3 outfield.
3
Gold
outfielders.
Gloves.
Okay. Oh, we don't award
Stephen
them.
Kwan won one of them.
You know, that's really bogus. We should award them by where you play.
Yeah. Well, shouldn't it then just be like 3 center fielders?
Well, yeah. Anyway, I'm over it.
Yeah.
He's being traded, so I'm over it.
I'm actually excited for our twin show tomorrow. The Gophers will go 2-2 in their final 4 games and finish the season 7-5.
Hoorah.
Nice job. And then you said Michael Jordan will appear in person or give an on-the-record quote about Anthony Edwards. And on the Tuesday night 2-minute clip or whatever, they sat down. Mike Tirico sat down with Michael Jordan 7 years ago.
I'll record it at once. Coming up next.
It's great, though. It is cool that we get to kind of hear from Michael Jordan, but he spoke specifically about, he talked to someone, he said a high-level executive with the Timberwolves. I think the question was in regards to giving advice to younger players and current players, and he said he talked to a high-ranking Timberwolves executive.
Yeah.
Matt Lloyd is a Chicago guy going back, and I wonder if it was Matt Lloyd, our guy, friend of Flagrant House, about how Anthony Edwards is just getting barraged with double teams, and he's having a hard time figuring out exactly how to solve it. And so Jordan apparently has given Anthony Edwards advice on how to crack double teams and perfect that little mid-range vintage fadeaway.
Saw a little bit of that last night from Ant-Man.
Ant was pretty awesome once he decided to be in the second half. Once the entire team decided to be.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say. Yep.
I had a nice week here.
Whoa.
This week. And almost, man, this is kind of a bad beat here, Judd. You have more context on this, but I said Cheryl Reeve would win the Patrick Royce Turkey of the Year award. She finished runner-up. And I feel like I had it sniffed out because he dropped a hint on Royce Unchained and said that the committee decided to wait until after the Packers game just to see what the Vikings looked like. And it was so bad.
Yep.
I think he had Cheryl Reeve possibly in that number one spot and then watched one more Vikings game and decided I have to give it to.
I can confirm you're not wrong. So you suffered a bad beat there. Although I do like how he picked his turkeys. So.
Cheryl Reeve is like speaking of the Michael Jordan, she's like the late 80s Bulls running into the Pistons. You know, she's been contending for Turkey of the Year, just keeps getting closer.
And I think the chairman champing at the bit to give it to her.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Oh.
He wants to give it to her.
Yes.
But then she keeps getting knocked off by people.
I said Lane Kiffin would be the next Florida Gators head coach, but
I still might coach the Gators someday.
Oh yeah, give about 3.5 more years, and he'll. Well, actually, hold on a second. The way I phrased this, I said Lane Kiffin will be the next head coach of the Gators. Did the Gators hire a coach?
Yes, they did.
Before Lane Kiffin got hired at LSU?
They did hire a coach.
When did he get hired?
Because he got off the plane with the thing. I mean, it was just brutal. These college coaches make me want to puke.
Because my point here is, the way I phrased this, that he will be the next head coach of the Gators. If the Gators hired a coach...
I got you.
Before Lane Kiffin went to LSU, then I would this would stay on the board until the next Gators coach is hired. The committee's going to have to take a look at this one.
Today has been a rough day with people trying to torture their things into being correct. I think it happened. Spoilers on Purple Daily.
It happened on the same day. It happened 3 days ago. Okay. It's wrong. I did, however, say the Timberwolves would be leading the Thunder at some point in the fourth quarter last week, but still lose. They were leading with 5 minutes to go.
Good work.
I said the Gophers would beat the Badgers. The Gophers would hit the over on 6.5 wins. And that Michael Jordan would talk about Anthony Edwards in a segment during a sit-down with Mike Tirico.
Yeah. Nice work.
So exciting. Okay, listeners, we'll start with the bad. Peyton said the Minnesota Wild will have no more than 26 total standings points by the end of November. They had 13 at the time of this prediction. No faith from Peyton.
Well, the way they were playing, I was with Peyton on that at the time.
Riley said Drake Lindsay will throw for 3,000 yards as Gophers quarterback. He would need over 750 yards in the bowl game to make this happen. If that happens, Riley, we'll go back and give you the point. Ty said the Vikings will have wins against the Bengals, Browns, and Steelers this season.
Ooh.
And you might say, well, they've already played all those teams and they got beat by the Steelers. Right, but we were leaving it on the board because he said include the playoffs or Super Bowl. Well, obviously those are AFC teams. But now we can officially take that off. Logan said Justin Jefferson NFL MVP. I mean, we'll just start taking these off. Eric said the 25 Vikings will win the NFC North. The other Thor said Kevin O'Connell would be the 2025 Turkey of the Year. And our guy Ross Brendel said the Blue Bombers would not be playing in this year's Grey Cup. And he was right a couple weeks back. 3 things for Dex, who said the Wolves would beat the Thunder, who still only have 1 loss. The Twins would have reported interest or signed Devin Williams. Yeah. What did he go for?
Mets.
3 years,
went
50
to the Mets, 3 years, 55. Closer money, man. Which, it actually isn't that surprising because if you want a closer, you got to pay for it. But, I mean, the market right now is nuts. I mean, Raziel Iglesias, who, has been closing for 12 years, just got a $15 million, 1 year, but still got $15 million.
Yeah.
So, Cole Sands. I'm excited for I'm excited for Sandstorm to be playing in the bottom of the ninth, top of the ninth inning at Target Field this year.
What's Kenley Jansen going to get? That's my question.
If he remains out there long enough, then that will benefit the Twins.
Yeah,
because he's trying to catch records right now. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you said J.J. McCarthy would be the Turkey of the Year, the co-turkeys, KOC and J.J.
All right.
Nice job. All right, nothing off the board for old age. So here are the tight standings that every week we've had a new leader here going back and forth. So I'm back in the leader spot for the batting title, 303. Judd at 301. Dex at 292. Listeners 252. AJ has not qualified with enough at bats yet, batting 556. Judd, Dex, listeners each with 6 home runs. I have 5. Career statistics, as you can see for the YouTube audience, Dex leads the batting average category. Judd leads the hits category, closing in on 400 career right-down hits. Yeah.
10 away. I can't wait. We're going to have to stop the show.
And then, you can take a lap around and shake everyone's
Barney will
hand.
come talk or cough into my microphone. Stella, she can't hear anything, but she'll bark.
So those are your accountabilities, your predictions here. Let's get our guy Ken supporting the Timberwolves. He's bringing his ass to the Write That Down version of Mackey and Judd. Ken, what's going on, man? Good to see you again.
Not much, yeah. It's going to be fun.
Give us, we've talked to you at different live events, but give the audience your background as a Minnesota sports fan. How'd you get hooked?
All right. Well, I moved up from Illinois in 1969, 6 years old. My brother kind of got me into sports, really watched when you come up to Minnesota, central Minnesota, you're Catholic, German, and a Vikings fan. And so there it is. But anyway, so I have watched every single NFL draft since 1983.
Oh, man, let's go. I mean, that is
the quarterback draft, right?
The other one, yeah.
Yeah.
Elway, Marino, Ken O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It was very interesting.
O'Brien. Kenny O'Brien gets the shaft. He's a good, solid quarterback for a while.
Jim Kelly, right?
And Jim Kelly.
Yep. Kelly. Yep. Yeah, and Marino just falling all the way down there. And I've talked to Judd about watching the ESPN 30 for 30 about that program, about those two guys, Elway, and that was a pretty fun show. But great draft. It's been a long, fun time.
When you fired up the 1983 draft, did you ever think that the Minnesota Vikings would still be looking in 2025 for a long-term, decade starting quarterback?
Well, I was happy with their pick, though. He was a great player.
Who'd they take in 83?
Safety. Come on, Judd. Sorry.
Joey Browner?
Browner. Yep, Joey Browner.
I got to pull this up.
He did.
They passed on Marino, right?
They passed on.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
Yep, right. Correct.
I'm pulling up the 83.
I don't remember who the quarterback was that year, but they were kind of okay. They were always recycling some old guy. Why would they want to?
Right.
Well, Tommy Kramer and Wade Wilson were probably their rotating quarterbacks around that time, right?
Yep.
The 1983 Vikings draft. Wow, I was going to say very Rick Spielman-like, but there was 12 rounds in those NFL drafts. So they had a couple good players. Joey Browner, and they also landed Carl Lee in the 7th round. Carl Lee was a long-time good starting defensive back.
They would have talked about
is that 12 rounds back?
Browner a lot more if Ronnie Lott wasn't the safety in San Francisco.
Yeah.
He got a lot,
100%.
and he was great,
The Vikings had
rounds,
a run,
baby.
man. They had a run of successful drafts. So they had 1980. They drafted star players in a bunch of different drafts. 1981. Did they nail anyone in 1980? No, not really. So 1981, they nailed Wade Wilson, but Tim Irwin, who was a longtime starting tackle for the Vikings on offense. In 82, they landed Steve Jordan in the 7th round, who's one of the greatest tight ends in franchise history. Yep. And then the next year, it was Joey Browner and Carl Lee, who solidified that secondary, one of the best defenses in the league. Then 84, the 13th overall pick, Keith Millard, followed by Chris Dolman in the 1st round in 1985. So they had a run of draft picks there.
On Dolman, there was a guy, can't think of his name, Howie Zimmer maybe, and he laughed at that pick of Dolman. And I can tell you what, the Vikings laughed all the way to the hall.
Yeah, couple stints there. In fact, that Ray Childress was the Houston Oilers pick in the number 3rd spot, but the number 1 pick in that draft was Bruce Smith. So you had 2 of the greatest defensive end pass rushers in NFL history go 1 and 4 to the Bills and the Vikings there. There's your history lesson here on Write That Down. So, Ken, we're going to start with you, and then we'll go over to Judd, Dex, back to me. We'll make 3 trips around the room. So, Ken, fire away. It's your first prediction.
I believe I have 3 parlays, and they'll all expire before next Wednesday's show.
Wow. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Wolves will win at least 2 of their next 3 games, and that Ant will average 32 points per game in the games that he plays in. Little safety.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he's been hitting 30, 35, 40 on a regular basis here, and I think he's going to keep hunting for the scoring tell. Judd?
All right. I'm going to continue the football predictions on the old school Mackey and Judd. Write that down. Aaron Rodgers won't be with an NFL team when training camp opens next season. Off the record, I think he's going to retire. It's not. He should.
Do you think he kind of goes away and just hides in the?
Well, that's why I'm not.
He goes to a different country and you never see him again, or does he wind up on one of these, like Fox or something, swaps out Terry Bradshaw?
I actually could see him on some type of reality television show, like a Survivor, more than being in a studio or calling football games. I don't think he likes football that much now. I really don't. I think it sort of bores him. So,
yeah, I mean, he likes.
But anyway, I'm not going to predict retirement.
Playing every
That's
year,
too specific. Too specific.
Okay, Dex, what's your first prediction?
I'll make a Wolves win 2. So the Wolves have won 4 in a row. They haven't won 5 in a row all season, but I'll take it a step further. The Wolves will win their next 3 games. So the Pelicans again, the Clippers, and the Suns. They will win their next 3 games. Write it down.
Would you guys, I don't know if you saw this news late last night, and there's some controversy over how they would even be able to do this, but the Clippers have ended the Chris Paul farewell tour 3 days into December. He's been so bad.
Yep.
He's shooting 32%. He's only playing 15 minutes a night, and they sent him home on a road trip. But the salary cap sleuths are saying, well, you've only got 14 guys on your roster. You have to keep 14 guys on your roster. And they are hard capped with the aprons. So unless they trade him. But if he was available, would you take Chris Paul and throw him in as a 3-headed point guard monster with Mike Conley and Rob Dillingham for lack of a different option at this point?
What's left in the tank is my question. Is there anything left? If there's any,
it's pretty bad
I'd consider. Yeah, I was going to say because, given what we've seen, I think the answer is probably no. But I mean, Mike Conley's at the end too, so.
It looks like Chris Paul might be actually on the edge of the plank, cooked. And Conley's standing behind him.
Okay,
but
set to push him off.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, write this down. I need a home run to tie you guys with 6. So I'm going to go with this one. Anthony Edwards is dropping 50 tomorrow night.
Whoa!
Anthony Edwards is going to drop at least 50 on those lowly Pelicans.
Okay.
He's going to do what he did in the second half, in the first half, basically, off the record. And he's not going to let it be a 10-point deficit in the second half. So give me a 50-burger for old Anthony Edwards. The only thing stopping him would be if they're up by too many points in the 4th quarter.
Right.
And they have to sit him. Optimistic Phil.
Write this down.
Positive Phil. All right, back to Ken. Second prediction.
All right. Minnesota Wild are going on a long West Coast road trip, and they'll win at least 2 of the 3 games, and Kaprizov will have 5 points in those games span.
All right. One goal last night.
Let's go.
Against the Oilers.
That's all they needed.
Write this down.
Jonas Brodin. Yeah, it was Wallstedt's incredible.
That's all they needed. All right. Judd?
Vesper Wallstedt, the Wild goaltender who's been so spectacular, 4 shutouts, leads the league in save percentage and in goals against. He will finish in the top 2 in the Calder Trophy voting for Rookie of the Year. Top 2. I think Matthew Schaefer from the Islanders, who's a great story, is going to win it. But Wallstedt has vaulted himself into contention. So I think he will finish in the top 2. I don't think he's going to win it, but I want to leave that just speck of hope open.
Okay. Sounds good.
Write this down.
Dex?
Write this down. Twins have been quiet, so they will make a transaction on their active roster by next week's Write That Down. They will make a transaction. It's full at 40 players right now. It is full, but a trade, a signing, they will get in on the action.
Do you think they'll add a minority investor to their active roster?
That's also maybe a good prediction.
I love how that's now just kind of been cast aside, right? They literally announced with fanfare and a press release only to get absolutely crapped on by the general Twins fan public in August? Months and months ago.
Yeah.
And we found some minority investors. We're excited to tell you who they are, and we're almost to, at this point, it's probably not going to happen. Like in 2 weeks, everyone goes away for the holidays in the baseball front offices.
And the Bob Nightingale report yesterday that they are desperate to like offload contracts now because of the debt would lead me to believe no one's now helping pay off the debt.
Yeah.
So, but besides that, now the winter meetings start when, Dex?
Next week, I think.
It's usually the second week in December.
So, I mean, there probably should be a transaction of some sort.
Yeah.
Man.
Write this down.
Anyway.
Okay, write this down. Not only is Byron Buxton going to be traded before opening day, it will be to the New York Mets. I'm going to be specific.
Let's go Mets.
Byron Buxton, New York Met. Write it down.
Soto and right, Buxton in center.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah, they had actually, the Mets had, I think, collectively some of the worst center field offense in the league last year. One of the lowest center field wins above replacement numbers, and they're looking to bounce back. They're not afraid to be splashy. They should be competitive. It's the Juan Soto era.
Sure.
So I think it's we can unpack it all more on the Twin Show, like this idea. I feel like now that the gates are open for this, the Twins are going to burst through those gates, right? Don't you feel like the hang up was, well, Buxton hasn't waived it, but the minute Buxton's like, I mean, okay.
I have a take on this that we'll lead with tomorrow on the Score North Twin Show.
Write this down.
And the Twins can frame it too a little bit as like, well, he wanted to go play for a contender.
Oh, God, I'm seething. I already can't wait for tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow, yeah. All right, Ken, back to you for your third and final parlay here.
All right. The Minnesota Vikings will lose against the Washington Commanders, and the score combined will be less than 35 points.
Oh, we're taking the under. We're taking the under.
So it's a snooze fest.
Yeah. I mean, our defense can stop Mariota somewhat, but yeah. I don't know if we can reciprocate anything.
Right. I hear you.
This game on paper, like 3 months ago, looked like such a blast, right? The Commanders coming off a playoff run and Jaden Daniels and McCarthy, and now it's just a fart noise. So, Ken, awesome job with your parlays here. Since you've got this life-altering platform, is there anyone you'd like to thank or shout out in your life today?
Yeah, probably too many, but I'd like to thank you guys for your content. It's fun listening to you guys. I listen to all the shows. My wife, Lisa, for putting up with me. My brother, Tom, my boss, Sam, and a crazy bunch of guys from work, Kevin, Mark, and the King, Davey. We all do a lot of predictions and bet with pizzas and stuff like that, and nobody ever collects, but I think everybody just wants to one-up on each other,
Love it, man. Awesome. Ken, thanks for the kind words
Thanks for
and the great predictions, and we'll see you sometime soon, man.
All right.
All right, there is guest listener predictor Ken. And hey, if they're betting pizzas, maybe they can throw some Green Mill pizzas, those tavern-style pizzas, and up the stakes. If you are interested in some of the best tavern-style Minnesota-centric pizza, Green Mill Pizza now available in the freezer section of your local grocery store. Not only that, they've got soft breadsticks and sauces as well. So that tavern-style pizza, which you obviously cut into squares if you're a good Minnesotan, you can find out more information at greenmillfoods.com. Underdog also making it fun to follow sports this time of year. Decker.
I had another listener send me. He just won 23 times his money on a 5 NBA one with Mackey and Anthony Edwards last night. It was 29.5. He finishes with 35 points. I mean, the Anthony Edwards higher or lowers, you can absolutely ride the hires on those. Sign up with promo code SCORE, SKOR. Play your first $5, $100 in bonus entries, and be like our listeners. A little extra cash for the holiday season, too. You can win up to 50 times your money. Sign up with promo code SCORE at the Underdog app on the App Store or the Google Play Store.
Write this down.
All right, back to Judd. What's your third and final prediction?
Third and final prediction is for the Olympics, assuming that the hockey arena is done. Yes, it's not going to be like figure skating or slalom or something like that. It's going to be this.
I wanted your luge, your two-man luge predictions here.
That's yet to come. That's yet to come. We still have plenty of time, or we actually don't. Matt Boldy will be among the top 3 scorers in terms of points for the U.S. team in the Olympics. Matt Boldy will be among the top 3 scorers in terms of points for the U.S. team in the upcoming Olympic Games, assuming that the arena is done in time, which right now it's still not done.
Why is the arena not done?
No, because it's not done. Who knows? It's ridiculous.
Where's the Winter Olympics again?
Italy. And the arena's in Milan, and it's not finished yet. It was supposed to be done
Don't they have
months ago.
Other arenas in Italy?
They said there's no plan B.
I mean, remember the whole disaster in Rio where they built these arenas and then they've just become vacant, and Olympics can ruin cities. They really can. If they're not, it's nuts.
They ruin cities. They ruin lives.
They can.
They ruin lives.
I love the Olympics.
That's why we should cease them.
Don't bring it to Minneapolis and St. Paul. Don't ruin my cities. But,
don't worry.
I love the Olympics personally.
We're in no danger, Dex. Don't worry.
Couldn't you just send the hockey teams somewhere else?
Well,
literally just go play in a different country and we'll televise it. It's part of the Olympics.
That's probably what you would have to do.
Send them to France or something.
Didn't they do because it was Paris for the Summer Olympics in 24, right? And then weren't the surfing competitions in Japan or something? They weren't they weren't in Paris, obviously. So they play them somewhere else.
Find some waves. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Just keep the teams, form the teams, keep them stateside. Just play here in Canada.
Here in Canada?
I wouldn't hate it. Here and in Canada, or here in Canada?
Here in the United States. Where do you think you are right now? In Canada. Just play. Just don't go. Just play the games so you don't have to travel as much.
Write this down.
Dex?
Write this down. I'll make my Colts prediction from our NFL takes on Purple Daily this week. Write it down. The Colts missed the playoffs. Colts are going to miss the playoffs.
It's on the table.
And Daniel Jones becomes a Viking.
Yeah.
Also on the table. Yep. Okay, final prediction.
Write this down.
Leftover Vikings prediction for me here. Dallas Turner is going to get to double-digit sacks. He's up to 6 now. Old Dallas Turner is going to get 1 a game probably off the record. But he's going to get to double-digit sacks, and he's going to soothe all of our worries from earlier in the season of, oh, my God, he never sacks the quarterback. He's on a run right now. He's doing well. He's kind of become their top pass rusher with Grenard and the injuries and Van Ginkel. He leads the team in sacks, which is a good sign. Positive Phil bringing some good signs here. And so those are the predictions here on the OG edition of Write That Down on the OG Score North podcast. Mackey and Judd for the sports dad, Judd for the actual dad, Dex. I am Phil. We'll see you guys later.